So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through my full live trading session. Boom, so we just hit our trailing stop for $9,000 profit. As you guys can see, Fusion Markets live account. You guys will see my entries, my exits, how I manage the trade as it's going, and overall see my thought processes behind all of it. And the coolest thing about this is you will see my entry model play to a T in live market conditions, just to prove that it actually works and that it actually plays out almost daily, all the time. You guys can learn it completely for free on my YouTube channel as well. So the first thing I do every single morning is I do a top-down analysis of all of my watch list markets right here. Top left, this is my private team's trading journal that anybody can get access to, ascendantacademy.ca/dashboard, completely for free. And we have a bunch of other tools, and you can learn my entire trading strategy, which I'm going to be trading in this video completely for free right here as well. And then this is Fusion Markets. It's a regulated broker. It's the one I trade with. Live account, not demo. This is their actual web trader. So, and you'll be able to see all of my live P&L down here as well. And this is just my trading history so that it matches up with my journal right here as well. And other than that, let's see if I can find some trades this late into the session. It's like 1 p.m. for me. New York Open is 7:30 a.m. So it's super late in the session, so the probability of me taking any US 30 or FX pairs is probably pretty low, but I might be inclined with a crypto just because it is 24/7 and usually there's volatility throughout the entire day, but we'll see. So breaking down US 30 first, on the daily, we're floating around this key consolidation zone. And if you don't know what that is, watch my free trading course. It breaks it all down. Or go on to the dashboard and watch it right here. We kind of have a consolidation day. So we have a big wick at the top of it, big wick at the bottom of it. Now we're just floating in the midway point, but we can take positions off the midway of a key consolidation zone. This is a trade that I called out to the Discord earlier today, and it did actually play out. I didn't end up taking it just because I had to do some errands and go to Costco and stuff this morning, but I would have hit take profit, as you can see right here. But I didn't actually take it. I just called it out to the Discord. Now we're kind of just consolidating. I'm not interested in taking a trade here, but it does look healthy for sells overall because we are getting retests and rejections off the key consolidation zone midway point, which to my entry model constitutes us selling it. But I'm not going to do that when there's only a few more hours left of the session and it's pretty late in the session. Same thing with all the FX pairs. I'm going to be breaking them down, but I'm still going to be, I suppose, breaking them down. Another consolidation day, as you can sell, big wick to the bottom, big wick to the top. We already missed out on the buying opportunities down here. We're kind of creating a small key consolidation zone here. But it doesn't really look like anything's happening. My entry model is playing out at the bottom support level here. This is the first test, second test, which shows signs of rejections. Now we're starting to break up. So longs would be most probable here. This is another trade I called out to the Discord earlier today at 8 a.m. that I didn't end up taking, which obviously was a losing trade. But I'm not going to take this trade because, like I said, I don't want to take things this late into the session. Let's go check out Solana and Bitcoin because I might actually take a position off of these ones. And for people that have been following the live trading session, yes, I'm still in the Solana investor account trade, which is currently up. Let's check right now, actually. If we go into it, the Solana trade's currently up $57,000. And we're in a couple other investor trades, but at one point it was actually up over $100,000. So I probably should have closed it there because I didn't want to wait through out a flag on the investor account, but it is what it is. So we are showing signs of rejections off of this massive macro daily support level right here. So the most probable things, especially since we're trading below it, is that it's going to reject back down. And that's the type of trade I took yesterday for $6,000 on Solana. It still looks healthy for scalping opportunities, but it is starting to break up now. And since I'm overall long bias on the high time frames for Solana, I think it could be the turning point and for it to actually shoot all the way up. But for scalping purposes, I think there's going to be some chop and some flags down before it does it. So that's what I'd be looking for right now. And since we are kind of moving back up for another retest, if we get 2 candle closes, this would be to my entry model, the first test, the first reject, coming back for another retest right now. And then off of that retest and rejection, we'd be entering off of the 2 candle closes for the regular entry, not the FOMO entry, for something like that. But we will see if that plays out in the next like 7-8 minutes. On Bitcoin, I always say this, is usually reflective of all the crypto markets. So whatever Bitcoin is doing, every other market is usually following suit. So if Bitcoin's moving up, every other crypto is moving up. If Bitcoin's moving down, every other crypto is moving down. And right now we're obviously broke above this massive daily resistance level right here. And since we're trading above it, it looks like we broke up to it. And this is another thing, if you guys have all watched my, or for the people that have seen my trading course, is even on the daily time frames, it still plays out my entry model. See, we broke above a macro daily support. And what does price love to do once it breaks through one of these big support levels? It comes back for a retest, and that's exactly what we're doing. And then if it starts to show signs of rejections back up and get a couple day candle closes green, it's a good idea to buy this for long-term growth for Bitcoin. But on the smaller time frames, we are wicking on the day down here, which means that there's probably some kind of buying pressure off of it. And I would assume there is. As you guys can see, we have a big wick off the past hour, which means off the 5 minute, it's possible that we are showing my entry model on the 5 minute and that I can actually go long right here. So let's see. So yeah, it does look like this would be the first test, coming back for another retest right here, showing signs of rejections back up. So realistically, we probably should have entered right here, but this is another clean example. So in the next 2 minutes, if this candle closes green, I might actually go long here, especially since off the 5 minute structure, we are showing signs of rejections off of this support range, which is a good sign for me to go long here. And in tandem, this overall being a massive macro daily support level that I think price overall is just coming back for a retest and then it's going to shoot up. It's a good idea for me to enter in scalps right now on Bitcoin for something like this, and then just aiming for it to continue pushing up to these highs. The first take profit would be for it to fill the initial retest high, and then the second take profit would be up here. But if you guys have watched my live trading videos, you guys know that I almost never hold my positions to actual full take profit. Since I am trading an actual live account, as you guys can see, I would much rather have the lock-in profits when I got them. And like, I don't give a fuck about stats. I've said this multiple times. I think it's just a marketing ploy for people to sell you high ticket courses or their trading groups that teach you things that keep you unprofitable. And like, this is me not giving a fuck about my stats at all. Look at this, only one green day or red day, $15,000 overall. And so far in January, we've had no green days, knock on wood, and we're up $28,000 so far. And these are my trading stats. Even though I don't give a fuck about trading stats, I care about the money I'm making, because with Fusion Markets being regulated, I can withdraw my profits and have it in my account, my crypto account, within like 30 minutes. So that's what I care more about. And when it comes down to it, yesterday I made $6,000 on like a kind of like a shitty RR trade, but like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you guys can cry about it all you want in the comment section, but at the end of the day, I made $6,000 that I can fucking withdraw and have in my bank account today. While you guys are there like fucking nerding out about stats, like, oh, I have the best win rate, oh, I have the best RR, whatever, all this bullshit. You are doing that with demo. You're caring about that shit on demo accounts. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'd much rather make the $6,000 when I got it. So I'm going to enter this Bitcoin trade. It's going to be a quick entry. It's going to be pretty sizable too. So let's quickly load it up. before it runs away on me. It's possible that it spikes down and then we get stopped out, but sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. It's going to be a pretty sizable position, like I said previously. So I just bought Bitcoin, and then I'm going to set my stop loss and my take profit to where I said I was going to be doing it. Pretty big risk on this trade, but I think it's a really good spot to enter in. I think this is a really big area that we might actually get a push up, impulsive move up, and hopefully we get exactly what I'm looking for. I hope that this is the point where it actually decides to break these little highs right here and at least fill in this price range in the next 10 minutes. That would be ideal, because if we do go up into this price range in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to cut the trade for like $5,000 and then I'll be done. But moving on, while that's playing out and warming up, let's break down cable, GU. Overall, I'm also in an investor trade on this market as well, because I think in the next couple months it's going to chop down to these lows. But for scalping purposes, my charts are getting a little messy, but it is what it is. We might be bouncing off of this support level down here, and we're starting to trade back into a prior formed key consolidation zone like that. So the thing I would be looking for, honestly, would be it to hit the top of it like it already has, and then continue falling down, especially since we're in an overall downtrend. But since I'm not trading FX pairs today, I am not going to worry about this, especially since we're just like in a 5-minute key consolidation zone. So like, I'm not going to do that this late into the session. I'm also in an investor trade on USD CAD. It's pushing up to getting close to stop loss on it, but we have yet to break out of this daily key consolidation zone, which obviously we could have been trading if I was scalping this market right now. But overall, the most probable thing that looks like it's going to happen right now is that it's actually going to be rejecting off the top of this key consolidation zone and then fall down. So you could take the FOMO entry right here. If you guys have seen my course, this would be the FOMO entry. After these two red candle closes, you would enter short positions here, and then it depends how aggressive you want to be. You could put your stops here, you put your stops about here, then you just aim for the midway point or the bottom of it. This would be the midway point right here, but I am not interested in taking that. So for the time being, we are in a Bitcoin trade. Solana doesn't really look like it's going to be rejecting anytime soon. I'll put an alert right here on Solana. I'll put an alert above just so we can get alerted if it does start to play out. But for the time being, this looks kind of healthy. You guys will be able to see the position here as well on the web trader. And since there is a spread for Fusion Markets on trading crypto CFDs, even though we are in like profit, quote unquote, there's a ask line, this gray line, if you guys can see it, that needs to go across our position for us to actually go into profit. But we'll see if price wants to break above these highs right here. If it doesn't, and if it starts to flag back down, it looks very unhealthy for us and looks like we'd probably get stopped out, especially since overall we're in a little downtrend right now. But for overall the macro timeframes, I am long bias on crypto. So we'll see if this wants to bounce up impulsively over the next like 10 minutes, and then we can get out for like $5,000. But this is the fun part. We just kind of sit back, relax, and see what happens. So we're starting to get a bit of a push up now. We're in a couple $1,000s profit. The next area I would be looking for it to reject off of is obviously where it rejected off of before, which is right here. So I'm going to set an alert there. I'm going to move my drawdown alert to right there. And then we're pretty much just going to wait to see what happens in this price range. And if we start to show signs of rejections back down, I personally don't want to wait for it to flag down like this and then continue going up. So if it wants to flag down again and then continue the overall uptrend, I personally don't want to wait for this flag to happen, so I'd much rather just cut the trade with whatever profit I have. So we will see what happens in the next probably 5 minutes if it wants to continue pushing up and if it has enough buying pressure to break above this little 5-minute structure.
So I'm in the bathroom right now, so that's why I'm updating you guys from my phone. But if we start to show signs of rejections off of this area, it's possible I cut the trade. And if I was a smart man, I would trail my stop to $1,000 profit and just wait to see if we get stopped out. But I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. So I'm just going to be watching it while I'm going to the bathroom and waiting for it to see if we get candle closes above here. And if we do, that's more confirmation that we're going to push up a little bit and fill this price range. So it would be smart for me to trail my stop after the fact. But if we don't get candle closes above this high right here, then the probability of it falling back down for flag is higher than it breaking through. So I'd be very inclined to either cut the trade with the profits I have or just to trail my stop to like $1,000 profit. But for right now, I'm just waiting to see what happens. So since we got candle closes above this high right here, I'm actually going to trail my stop pretty aggressively to lock in $2,000 no matter what.
Okay, so I trailed my stop. It looks something like this right here. And what that does is it completely eliminates our risk now. So no matter what, we're locking in $2,000 profit. And that's the cool thing with trading is once you get good enough, you can put yourself in positions like this where, yes, you have to have a significant amount of capital to place the type of position and the size of the position I am placing on this specific market, which is Bitcoin. And obviously, you have to risk a certain amount of your capital as well. But eventually, once you get good, price will start pushing into your analysis. And once that happens, you can actually eliminate risk completely and lock in profits. And I am a firm believer that everybody should be locking in profits no matter what, especially if you are on live capital or if you're on a live account with a prop firm, which you can withdraw. Take the profits when you got them. And honestly, if you think that that's a bad thing to do because you want to have the best RR or win rate, or you want to feel so good about holding to full take profit, like, it doesn't fucking matter. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about your trading stats. At the end of the day, would you rather have a good risk to reward ratio or win rate, or would you rather have the $5,000 I'm currently up in your bank account within 30 minutes? Or your crypto account within 30 minutes. Personally, since I trade live capital, like I've been saying, live account, I'd much rather have the $2,000 locked in that I can withdraw and have in my crypto account within 30 minutes than say I have the best win rate or the risk to reward ratio. Like, I couldn't give a fuck. And you shouldn't either. It's just a marketing ploy for, like I said before, just so people try to sell you high ticket courses that keep you unprofitable so that you just keep on purchasing things from them. Anyways, we are still getting a push up significantly. So we will see what happens at this level, because there's another level it needs to break through, which is this entire price range right here that it needs to break through to like where my cursor is. But we'll see if it wants to break through and not flag back down. So if we get candle closes above this red line now, I'm going to move my trailing stop, which is right here below the most recent 5-minute candle close, just aggressively trailing my stop into profit, because like I keep on saying, I'd much rather get stopped out for like $4,000 if it decides to flag down. Even if it continues pushing up overall, I'd much rather get stopped out for $5,000 profit than have to wait through another flag and then for it to continue pushing up. Because it's possible, we don't know how far this flag is going to go, and it's possible that it flags all the way back down and then continues going up. So that's why I trail my stop so aggressively. So we're still pushing up, still looks incredibly healthy. So I'm going to be trailing my stop pretty aggressively to go where this alert is. So my trailed stop is going to go right here. Just because since we are pushing up so aggressively, I do want to lock in profits while I got them. So I trailed my stop below the most recent 5-minute candle close, which is like right around $6,000 profit. So my trailed stop is right here now. And if it wants to stop me out for that amount, it can go right ahead because I'm happy with making that amount. Currently up $8,000, and there's no sign of this push up stopping just yet, but we will see over the next couple minutes here where it wants to start rejecting down. So we're still having crazy buying pressure. We're pushing up close to $10,000 now, and there's no sign of it stopping just yet. This is crazy. I was fully expecting it to reject off of one of these structures right here and then stop us out on my trailing stop, but no, there's no sign of it just yet. So boom, there's another 5-minute candle close. I'm going to trail my stop a little bit just in case it wants to turn on us. So I trailed my stop pretty aggressively. It's like right here ish. And I'm locking in $9,000 no matter what. Just because, like I said, I'd much rather get stopped out and then not have to wait through a flag and give back some of my profits just in case it wants to reverse somewhere up here, or overall just in general it just wants to flag down, then I have to wait for it to go back up for more profits when I could just lock in them right now. Boom, so it just hit our trailing stop for $9,000 profit. As you guys can see, Fusion Markets live account. And here's the trading history. It's a little jank because the support thing's there, but you can see our trading history, and we closed the trade for $9,000 profit there. And we're on, like I said, a live account with Fusion Markets. Let's go, baby. And would you look at that? Price is starting to turn on us now. So I'm going to journal this trade, and then I'll break it down for you guys one last time. And then that's pretty much the trading session. 1 hour for $9,000 profit. Okay, so I journaled the trade. We took one trade today on Bitcoin. It was a win, a 100% win rate. Net P&L is $9,000, 123 and 44 cents, dude. So $9,000, and now we're starting to show signs of resistance right here. So it's probably a good thing that we exited when we did, because it will probably flag down before it decides to continue pushing up, if that's what it's doing, or it's just going to overall reverse and flip. So it's a good thing we closed it when we did and took the profit when we did, because like I said, I'm on a live account. I don't give a fuck about my stats, but let's break it down one last time. So on the daily, we were starting to show signs of my entry model, which is we broke through this massive daily support level right here. And then we came up, coming back down for a retest, and usually what happens is it starts to show signs of rejections and continues pushing up. And on the smaller time frames, that was more apparent that we were actually going to my entry model. This would be the breakout, this would be the retest, and now we're starting to show signs of rejections back up. And that's exactly what I played off the 5-minute. I just waited to see signs of rejections, and I entered after this second 5-minute candle close here per my entry model, and further confirmations that we were rejecting off of this little 5-minute support down here as well. And really good trade. This is exactly to my entry model, like I said. Especially, this is like a picture perfect example of the regular entry. And like I said, you guys can all learn it for free on Ascendant Academy on the dashboard just right here, or by watching my trading course on my YouTube. And pretty much like this is what you want with it. You just want a quick impulsive move. And that's the cool thing with crypto as well, is usually once it finds its direction, it moves quickly. And that's also why I've been trading crypto a lot this month. And that's also why I've been able to generate $37,000 so far this month, while last month I only made $15,000 on 13 days of trading. Right now, I'm up $37,000 on 8 days of trading because I'm taking crypto trades, which for the same price movement, the positions I'm taking are a lot larger, which means it's a bigger bang for my buck. Anyways, I also posted this trade in my Discord and my Telegram so that anybody could follow along with it in real time. So make sure you guys join those. If you guys like this type of video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and then also tell me about things I can improve on, because I'm always down for constructive criticism.